I'm so glad that I've had the 20 years with it
Yeah.
because now is when I need it the most. Um, if I didn't have it, I think I would be making myself crazy. Even when I did have it, uh, 10 years ago, I was still watching news shows about political things and not
Hmm.
really grasping uh, that corporations have taken over the world's governments and
Hmm.
we pay them to kill us.
Hmm.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
No, they paint a whole fancy story around it though to feed our minds.
Yeah, and I was really, even though I knew about human design, I was still really wrapped up in it.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know if that's cognitive dissonance. I guess it is because you're doing something you know is wrong, but because you're getting some other benefit, you can ignore.
If you have two conflicting points of view, like you either have to spend time reconciling them, or it takes work to you know to hold them in your mind, like energy. You're acting
Yeah,
on both of them.
and now when things are really bad,
Hmm.
I don't know. It seems like I don't have any attention going to that. It leaks in from
Yeah,
places,
yeah,
uh, and I can see the puzzled look on people's faces that I'm not more disturbed. And people, especially that knew me 10 years ago,
yeah,
where I was always enraged
yeah.
and giving a lot of money to politicians.
Okay.
I wish I could have it all back.
I hear you. I was really angry 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's when I my view of the world was broken and had to be reconstructed. But I haven't been really angry since then. Not. I felt like I dealt with it in a condensed time frame.
So that was before we met. You went through your,
Mhm.
oh, I definitely know being this way now is probably the healthiest thing for me because I could definitely waste a lot of time and energy and burn out and get ulcers and
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't think my body could have taken more rage and anguish.
Yeah.
Uh, it had to, I don't know, go through whatever it went through. And now there's clarity on this side of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I still don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but
But you're deliberately not supposed to know because it hasn't even
it's
been
not
determined
tomorrow.
what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's you just focus on what's in front of your eyeballs.
Yes. Yes.
And it's so much you don't need to go looking for trouble. It's easy to find if you do.
It's everywhere. Trouble is
But
everywhere.
it is to have this and my list of things that I love doing uh by myself,
Hmm.
the creative things that I love doing by myself and all the other things that show up because of that. Like this, being able to do that. This is something I've always thought about doing since I bumped into human design 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm glad I didn't because if it had all been recorded, I would just be embarrassed and trying to do everything I could to bury it.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know, maybe not. Um, there was a lot of stuff I hadn't internalized yet. The 7 years is, I think I'm a slow learner. It's more like 17 years for me.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to learn the same lesson, like stay in the moment. You don't need to know tomorrow. I mean, I don't know how many years of of getting that lesson drilled in. I don't need to know 2 hours from now. And now when I do my check-ins, it's just like, what is there to do? You just look for what tasks are in flow that I feel
Yeah,
like assigned, and I just do them, and then I check in again.
I love what you said. The permission slip. Human design gives us permission to be ourselves and not have the video is awesome right now. Just the ball of the microphone is floating in space.
There you go. That's funny.
Uh, uh, yeah, the not needing to go look for trouble, and uh, I know there's problems out there, and I could probably help something,
Hmm.
but if I do, then I move out of the way of things that are already happening.
Hmm.
Uh, and I had no idea how much I was going to love doing the radio show. Like
Yeah.
it was so fun and
Uh-huh.
uh, paying attention to the topic and all this equipment.
Yeah.
There's lots of computers and a
Yeah.
soundboard and the phone and moving things, the volumes up and down and turning things on and off and
Uh-huh.
making sure that we hit the ads in the or the announcements, the PSAs and stuff at the right time
Yeah.
and feeling the conversation and okay, now here's a pause, here's a breath, let's do that thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had to read a script too much, and I know when I read a script, I don't sound natural. So,
Hmm.
but I'm glad I had it to make sure that I said the things I needed to say. To
Hmm.
say.
Yeah.
And I think like here, I, I want to have bullet points to make sure that I'm telling some kind of message is coming out. There's some
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
coherence that people can resonate with.
Yeah.
Uh, the the topic for the show, Sound
Yeah.
Life, the whole business here, to me, when I was standing outside with Ra talking about deconditioning and all these things, these technologies somehow supporting us in our deconditioning.
Yes.
Uh, it didn't seem like there were any tools available at that time, or maybe there were, but I didn't know about them, or maybe they weren't
Yeah.
like this. They weren't this big, and these tools seem very effective to me. That
Cool.
this is what I was thinking about, that we would have these kinds of things that get in our cells and in the water in our bodies and
Hmm.
reprogram us.
Yes.
Uh,
Or deprogram us. Both.
yeah, deprogram us. Well, there's a part of me that feels like when we come out of the womb, there's uh, a massive amount of, I don't know, love and connection to spirit. And
Hmm.
as we get into our bodies more and we lose something because we're not paying attention
Hmm.
or we're paying attention to other stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, and if we had different like I don't know, I think of like the Hindu culture where I think it's where holidays came from. There's a reason to celebrate every minute of every day, of every week, of every month, of every year. There's always
Yeah.
the divine to celebrate manifesting in whatever way it manifests.
Yes.
Uh, that kind of living
Hmm.
is what I feel like human design gets us to go back to something that's, well, not go back to, but appreciate that, embrace that too, not just the left-oriented strategic here. Let's plan and have a uh, some project delivered. Um, we can also uh, bring spirit into that project and have it have a different effect on humanity than if it's just done from a left-oriented uh, I don't know. Yeah, disconnected. The left feels disconnected from spirit to me, and the right feels more connected to spirit to me. But maybe that's just my bias because I'm three parts right. Uh, Now that I think about it, I know quad left people that are extremely spiritual, so I'm wrong. But uh, that left domination, I guess that's where all the religions came from. But that was inserting something between the human and the all that is that's not really, I don't think that's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
Supposed to have a different
absolutely. I mean, for me, that human design is just, if anything, putting the spiritual flow, acknowledging how that occurs for each person and how
mm,
you identify it flowing and that it looks different in everyone. It should feel ultimately the same, but it doesn't manifest in the same way for each of us. And like you said, there's a permission slip for each and one of us individually, but I think there's also a permission slip when you understand, or you explore the design of the person you're with and you understand that they're they're different from you and they can show up in this whole other way and it's not like yours, but it's whole and complete in its own unique expression, and you don't change it. Don't try to make it what it's not. What works for you is not what works for them, so see if you can notice how the spirit flows through them. And I think I love how many ideas and suggestions you can get from human design of different ways of looking at things and different kinds of nourishment and different expectations for different people. And for me, that's one of its greatest gifts, which ultimately bring us together and let us collaborate more. And then, we all become, it's a collective ultimately, what can come through all of us when we're all getting out of our own way and coming together in an organic, way that really allows for, I think, unlimited collaboration.
yeah, well, it you made me think of like personality tests.
Hmm.
People like taking those,
Yeah.
uh, and they're always based on some model
Yeah.
of the way we think or the way we are, the way we operate, whatever. Uh,
Hmm.
and I don't know of any other model that's as complete
Yeah.
in describing all the ways that we can be different.
Yeah.
I mean, 69,120 points around the wheel.
That's a lot.
What?
I know when I found personality tests, I was obsessed as a teenager with them. I love that. I didn't know why everybody wasn't always operating by them until I started to learn what their flaws were. And then I was really frustrated with them. I was like, there must be something better. So,
Yeah. Uh, and I have at least one person, two people, at least two people in my life that think it's a belief system. No matter what I have said for 20
Mhm.
years, there's
Yeah.
nothing that I can say
Yeah.
that will change that.
Yeah.
Fine. Uh, it's a logical system for the mechanics of consciousness. And unless you experiment with it and see how it shows up, an opinion about it doesn't make any sense. Uh,
You can probably predict who's not going to be interested in it. Like
uh,
I know
yeah.
with the card system I use, I know who's which there's certain cards that are always more interested than others. I don't,
Oh, okay. I haven't found that in human design, like
no.
particular. Well, maybe I don't, I'm a projector collector. I almost don't even have to ask what any type anybody is. If they come show up and hang out for any length of time, they're always projectors.
Yeah.
Always. I mean, uh, it's disproportionate. It's
Hmm.
80/20 versus 20/80 for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, and as a generator, I love that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
uh,
always happy to hang out with a projector, though. I tend to be surrounded by generators, so.
there, I'm thinking clubs might be less interested, but I don't know. Because science as a religion, I
Hmm.
have seen that
Mm.
it's no longer science as I understand it. It's uh, if you're not willing to experiment, then that's not the way I understand science.
Hmm.
If you're prejudging and deciding
Yeah.
before experiment, that's not open-minded.
I mean, a true scientist, though, won't think that way. A true scientist is always looking for a new experiment. Come
And
to
if
think of it,
somebody
I think I was
experiments,
interested. Go ahead.
if somebody experiments with it, I feel like it shows up. I can tell you exactly how it will show up. It's
Hmm.
different for different people. If you experiment, if you really put your attention on the experiment with your strategy and authority, you don't have to know anything about human design at all. Nothing. You don't need to know a channel, a gate, or anything.
Correct.
And what will happen is it will show up in the form
Hmm.
uh, in a specific way. Like I had your chart. Where did I put it? I opened. Oh wait, it should be in here. Jessica, I see you. Uh, it says
My strategy is different.
so it would show up in your voice.
Hmm.
It would show up in this is one of the best things I've ever made. Did I
Okay.
send this to you?
I don't think so. I've never seen that.
I need to send it to you. It's even made as
Okay.
a postcard, so I'll I need to get your address and I'll mail it to you. Uh,
Okay. Sure.
across the top,
Okay.
it has so you are a second color on the design side,
Okay.
and uh, Mercury is also second color, and that's voice. Uh,
Hmm.
Uranus is movement, so it would affect your movement.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, Hydration,
Hmm.
uh, aura. Oh my God, look at all of holy macaroni. Okay, so
Hmm.
wait a second. There, so when they're the same number, that's called resonance. When they're the harmonic, it's called harmonics.
Okay.
Uh, uh, So the opposite of a two is a five.
Okay.
Are you familiar with
Opposite
the
as in harmonics or
one,
resonance?
two for the I Ching?
Okay.
You have one, two, three, and then four, five, six. So the one and the four, the two and the five, and the three and the
Okay.
six
Okay.
um, are harmonics.
Okay.
So your first line body and my fourth line mind are harmonic,
Okay.
and so information can travel in a harmonic way.
Oh,
Uh, and your
huh.
Uranus, Mercury, Neptune, and Jupiter and Saturn are all second color.
Okay.
And then your Venus and your Pluto are fifth color. So you have
Mm-hmm.
harmony. There's only one place, and that's the moon, that's not affected by your dietary regimen. So if you eat stuff that, like, clean your plate, like
Mm-hmm.
if you were raised in a family like that, that's terrible for a taste person. Because if you don't feel like eating it, you shouldn't eat it. It's
Mm-hmm.
toxic for you if you eat it.
Yeah.
So it affects your movement, your hydration, your inhalation, your voice, your temperature, your aura,
Yep.
your complexion, and your exhalation. So you're breathing everything. If you're forced to eat something that you don't want to eat,
Yeah.
it has a very detrimental effect on your body. Not everyone's like that. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
seen anyone's every box is like that. I was like, oh my gosh,
But that
wow.
doesn't even just relate to food. It's really probably any consumption.
Yes, knowledge is the same as food.
Yes.
So anything you take in art, if
Mm-hmm.
you're forced to look at art that's you don't want to look at, it's going to
Yes.
affect. Wow, this is really insightful. So pretty much anything that you're forced to do, you don't want to do, it's going to hurt you. It'll show up and your whole body will just like, ah.
Yes. Yes. I do my
Wow,
thing. That is the way.
dang. I only have a couple that are um, resonant like that. And then I didn't even look at the low level beneath it, but there's also the tone level.
Mhm.
I would have to open up those I Ching pages that show all the way
Yeah.
down to the base. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hmm. So other people can do more of what they don't want to do without such negative effects.
Yep. And it's because you have taste
Okay.
as your one of your superpowers. I mean, you have inner vision as your cognition.
I
Uh,
don't know what other people have. I just know what that feels like. If I want to know something, I should close my eyes and then I can tell you more about it.
uh-huh.
Otherwise, I won't
Mhm.
really know what I'm doing. Just hold on a second. Let me close my eyes. Okay. This is what's going on.
For a long time, I mean, being remote, that's how I would talk, and then having to go to a face-to-face meeting.
Hmm.
I had to kind of put my head like that and close my eyes to answer them. They're like,
Do you
wait a
have
minute,
the
what?
same?
Look at me. Yes,
Okay.
we both have inner vision. Yep.
Huh. What else could you have? I don't know what other people
Well,
don't have that. I've seen, and I don't know how to explain it to them. But I can't tell them for sure unless you just give me a minute to close my eyes. And they think it's socially, it's awkward.
yeah, I have them on here. Uh, so 4, 5, and 6.
Uh-huh.
There's a hierarchy to them. So it starts off with smell at 1,
Okay.
and then 2 is taste. That's your 2,
Okay.
and that's splenic.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This is no, they're both taste. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
That's why I
So this
had to
is
have this card because the words were
yeah.
getting jumbled around. And so you have the taste, they're both taste. So if you have the 2 in the color or the 2 in the tone, uh they're both taste. And uh
we're talking about something called cognition that shows up in their chart, in
Yes.
someone's chart.
The stuff below the line is color and tone.
Okay.
Uh, so your first line body with a second color and a
Okay.
fourth tone. And the fourth tone gives you inner vision.
Okay.
And the taste is your dietary regimen,
Okay.
uh, the gatherer. So eating around food that you grow or that you collect from your farms in your neighborhood.
Hmm.
Uh, those are and the knowledge that's around that you can go gather. And I guess internet is a way of traveling, so that's
But I actually physically go around for not just physical food, but for to nourish myself. It's always been important that I like travel around where I am and like
oh,
sample.
that's naturally been that way for you?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Well, that's awesome. And that's what's kept you alive probably because
Like
your body
I will
reacts
explore
so
the neighborhood as a
yeah,
in order to function. I have to.
yeah,
It,
and like we were just saying about the color resonance, it shows up in your body directly, immediately, if you don't. So somehow you naturally showed up there. That's really cool. Not the people don't do that, I don't think.
they don't do what?
Naturally find, well, I guess as an adult, I feel like people have been conditioned away from doing what they should do. If they were kids and left alone to their own devices, they would do that anyway. So your parents didn't change you somehow. They let you be.
Yes.
So that's pretty
Like I was
cool.
put in a Montessori school for preschool and most of elementary school, where there was basically like the structure was you do your own thing. That we'll gather at the beginning and at the end, and you have a 3 hour block, and these are the things you can choose from, and every day we'll give you more things to choose from, and you can do them in your own timing and your own pace. And if you have a better
That's
idea,
great for,
present it to us.
I love it. That's great for a baby projector.
So I did that from, yeah, well, like I started school when I was 2. So yeah, I did that for most of kindergarten, and then second grade I switched back and I did that for the rest, second half of second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. It was totally self-directed. So
Very cool.
it was very weird to go to, but then my choice was to go to a regular middle school. I had the option to stay in a Montessori environment through high school, but I wanted to meet people and connect and have a bigger environment to play in. And so that's cool that that was my choice.
Definitely. Uh, yeah, you said the other ones for inner vision, smell,
Yeah,
taste, outer vision. So you can see there's the first two, the smell and the taste are splenic,
yeah,
and then outer vision is ajna. So you're getting into the eyes.
okay,
And so that's one, two, three,
yeah,
and that's left
okay,
at the tone, not the color, but so I don't want to mix it up, but
yeah,
that's the one,
yeah,
two, three, and that's the left. And then four, five, six, that's the right. So when we
okay,
talk about left and right orientation,
yeah.
it's at the tone level is where this is. And so inner vision is four, feeling is five, and touch is six.
This is how people know things. This is
Yes.
cognition. That's
Yes.
huge for
Yeah.
learning and for
Isn't it?
transmitting information.
Yeah, totally.
Because if people
And it's
want me,
unconscious.
people like they really want to know, if they're really asking me, then I will only know like if if I can close my eyes, which I rarely can do in public, like in a socially acceptable way. So I usually will be just like, give me 30 seconds. And I'll step out of the room and just be like, okay, what do I know? But I would love to understand better like the other ones. And I don't know. That seems like huge. I would love to know what like my kids have or my husband has and things like that. Like that would be really useful to
Yep.
understand.
It's everything, really. But by the time it makes it to the surface, it's already done. Everything starts below the line. Uh, so yeah, I
I
love
mean,
it.
first you need to know someone's strategy if you're going to help them support them in making the right decisions for themselves. Um, so, I mean, I feel like you and I on these conversations could spend a lot of time just addressing each individual strategy, and that would be just to really fine tune it and I mean, even grasp it even better. Every time I talk about it, I feel like I get an even more clear, grasp on all of them, even my own. But yeah, it's just so valuable.
Uh, I don't think I have Ava's or Aria.
Hmm.
I don't think I have theirs. Uh, what's your husband's name?
Um, Josh.
Josh. Josh. Oh, I must not have saved it because,
I think you might have saved it as like Jessica's husband or something.
oh, I might have. Jessica, Jessica Chambers, Jessica. See, Jessica. Huh. I will definitely run them for you if you send me the birth data for everyone. I
Sure.
don't know
What's the
what I
best
did
way to
with
do
it.
that?
I did. It doesn't look like I saved it,
Okay.
but that happens a lot. I run it and then I close it.
Yeah.
Um, dang it. But
I'm
yeah,
pretty
it
sure
is.
all three of them have the same authority, which means they're all emotional. And so I'm the only one that knows anything in the moment, which is an interesting place to be for
I
me.
wonder, I hadn't thought about it before, but it makes me wonder, do their waves synchronize? Or are they all over the place and you're you're on a roller coaster
I think
amplified
sometimes
like
they sync,
three?
but not all the time. Yes.
Yeah, especially if they're not around each other for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with school and sometimes we're in the same rhythm and sometimes everyone's in a different rhythm.
Uh, yeah, the that whole topic is very interesting. And your environment is fifth
Valley.
color. So you've got a harmonic on your environment. And so if you're in the wrong place, it will also affect your body
Yes.
in all those ways, in all the
Hmm.
same ways. So you had to become aware of these sensitivities. That school, I guess, that way of thinking, of letting you decide, that is the best thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah, well, it's been an interesting path. I've been on an adventure forever.
Uh, yeah, with that 1/8, just that one channel.
Mhm.
Who makes the one and the eight? The one is red. It comes from Saturn. And the eight comes from, where's the eight? Oh, Mercury. Saturn and Mercury, both big players. Hmm.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know. Mercury's involved in this. It has a really special role in the way that information flows from deep space. Everything gets filtered through the sun and through Mercury before we receive it.
Okay.
Uh, and then Saturn for 6 lines, it marks the three phases of life.
Yeah.
Uh, and used to mark the completion of a seven-centered life. That was their kind of ideal lifespan or whatever. 30 years, 20. That's like it. And the shift 1781 into our night center made us 84 years. So we went from 29 to 84 almost overnight. And people, even though the design was 29, people could live to 60, 70, 80, 90 years old.
Yeah.
It wasn't common, but it happened every once in a while. And that's what makes me think since we became 84, it should be easy for us to, or some people could live 250 years if you apply the same
Yeah.
ratios. And that puts us uh, in the more kind of a Neptune life cycle.
Okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
And since we're 84, the body's really designed for 84 years, but it could go up to a Neptune.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I
Or
like
no,
it.
is now I'm just thinking, is Pluto the one that's 260? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. My me
I don't know.
my memory, I don't remember any of these details very well, but uh all of it is interesting, and especially for a projector who sees big pictures and can appreciate those kind of details.
Hmm.
It's interesting, but any normal person walking around doesn't have to learn all of that stuff, and they don't have to
No.
memorize this card
No, they don't.
because they can get it. I'll mail it to them. But I spent a lot of time going through my course materials
Yeah.
to compile everything that you need on one card if you can read it. It has
I mean,
really good print.
I think creating like an individual card for each authority, like people actually need to refer to that thing so many times to be reminded of like tips of how to just do their authority and not to get fooled by, conditioning or the environment. It's pointing them at something different.
I need to give this to AI and then have it, because I can't imagine going through this word by word and color coding. This is your design and putting that uh not astrological. What are the symbols for each planet
Hmm.
next to it? That would be really like Rod did with the incarnation cross or
Yeah.
the Rave Mandala.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool to put that on here
Hmm.
for for all your color and tones and lines.
Hmm.
Have the red and the black and this planet symbol. That would be cool. I made a video that does that kind of. Uh, I, I took the MMAI, the advanced imaging,
Hmm.
and took a few screens and cut and pasted and made a almost kind of like a poster
Yeah.
that does that for the major ones, but not, I didn't do every planet. And that took a while too. But it
Yeah.
shows in the video, it shows where uh, the word intervision on your printout of your report, where it comes
Hmm.
from on your chart. And I did that
Yeah.
for all the words that are in the chart of the
Yeah.
printout. Things like cognition and dietary regimen and
Yeah.
environment.
That's important. It shows
And
how
I
it's
like that stuff.
created.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Where it
Yeah.
comes from, I don't know. It seemed like when I was taking the classes for
Yeah.
human design, that each class was only to get the list of keynotes for that topic, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because that all the genius was in that. It was in the keynotes that went with the activations. We could see the activations. We knew what they were,
Yeah.
color, tone, base for
Yeah.
everything. But until you knew the keynotes for this collection, and each collection could have its own, or each activation has its own collection of lenses. So you could have like the mystical way view of things that has a
Hmm.
particular set of channels or individual circuitry or tribal circuitry. There's all
Yeah.
they have their main keynotes, and then as you get down into the color, tone, and base, they have other keynotes. And once you have those, you can it's a word salad. You can put them in any order. It doesn't really matter. You just
I
say
like
the
that.
words, and the beauty of it to me is as an analyst and knowing what these are, I can have a sense of what they are and how I'm different from that.
Hmm.
Um, and but I will never know someone that has all those 26 activations. They're
Hmm.
putting it all together,
Hmm.
all the levels for all the activations, and putting that in the
Yeah.
blender. Only the person that has that, and that's only half the story. The other half is the nurturing. What did they go through?
Yeah.
And I think we were talking about this last time or time before last. There's kind of like Ra wrote it for where we are. All
Yeah.
the Ray B. Ching, he wrote it for um, not the highest level, the city level of
Yes.
how it could be expressed, but more
Yep.
for the realistic where we are kind of
Yeah.
level. Uh,
Yeah, I find that stuff fascinating. That's my exposure to that is through Richard Rudd's work, but I love the way he'll describe each of those um 64 gates or whatever you want to call it, those nodes, at three different levels, and it's amazing how the same energy transforms at a different level of consciousness. And it's
mhm,
really helpful to be able to identify that it's the same one at a different level of consciousness, so you can identify it and then elevate it with
mhm.
intention and
Yep.
know what you're doing. So like really helpful.
That reminded me of someone this week that had there's a collection of keynotes for the frequencies that our minds can connect with. There's
Okay.
angels, ghosts, demons, gods, entities, and aliens.
Okay.
And it goes from the color on the personality side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I put those on here, did I? Oh my gosh, I'm missing one. I got to redo it.
Good luck.
Um, and that word demon, especially in I don't know, a Christian community, it's
Yeah.
scary. You don't want to hear
Mm-hmm.
that word.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely not.
whenever I see the third color, I just don't even mention these keynotes.
Yeah.
Uh, but I don't control my mouth.
Right.
The person sitting across from me does, and they pull it out of me. And
Yeah.
uh, she had an immediate reaction, and she called her mother instantly. It didn't explain anything to me. She called her mom just right then.
Yeah.
And it was cool. And what came out with it, I have never said anywhere before, but now I
Hmm.
want to say it all the time. And that is, uh, the church distorted or misunderstood the Hindu concepts of devas and asuras.
Okay.
And they call devas angels and asuras demons.
Okay.
But that's not really right.
Yeah.
Uh, if you think of an orange,
Yeah.
the the part that you eat
Hmm.
is the deva,
Hmm.
and the part that you peel off
Yeah.
is the asura.
Oh. So no,
Not
one is not
bad.
evil and one is not good. You need both, and in fact, it's the peel that contains. So that's pretty important.
Yeah, and I think maybe that might not be a perfect example. It might be more like
Yeah.
there's something in the ground that you have to dig up, but
Hmm.
it's that concept of they both come together. One doesn't exist without the other.
Yeah.
And
Like yin and yang.
yeah, and it's not necessarily a polar like that. They're both good,
Yeah.
but if you're thinking of your consciousness of your stomach and
Hmm.
what it wants to eat, it would
Yeah.
say that's bad.
Right.
Don't eat that. That's going to hurt.
Right.
So there is an element of truth in it,
Yes.
but it's a distortion.
Yeah. It's not the whole truth. It's incomplete.
Yeah. And that's what I love what Ra did. He didn't steer away from words. He made us think about what those words are. And I know I've
Hmm.
mentioned this before, but I have the arrogance one and it irritates the crap out of me.
The arrogance one?
Yeah, I have a gate that's called arrogance.
Okay.
And the sixth line can be viewed as being arrogant.
Okay.
Because the fifth line is like the fullness of the expression of the gate.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate expression. It's what
Yeah.
should be universalized about that gate.
Okay.
Uh, and the sixth line isn't interested in itself anymore. It's looking
Right.
across at what's next.
Yes.
And so it can seem aloof or arrogant, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's anyway, that word, I guess there's got to be some truth in it because I've heard people say that about me at work in the past.
Well,
Uh,
the I still think of six as a role model. So it's an
mhm.
embodiment. And so arrogance is almost that's got an audience. Like or like it's projected onto other people. Like the correct version of actually integrating that is just existing and you can't call that arrogant. It's just contained in and of itself.
What I love about it, I have the 31 and fourth line. It's called
Yeah.
arrogance. And
Okay.
it's the voice of leadership.
Yeah.
And what it says is if something needs to get done and nobody else is going to do it, I'll do it.
Right.
And it requires a certain arrogance to think,
Okay.
if you're not trained and you're not
Yes.
designated and assigned it
It requires
to
that.
yeah, to just think
Ava
that you
has
can
it.
do it.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay. And
I'm familiar with it.
the fourth line in general has that brotherhood, sisterhood, and it can be irritating to the other if they're not a fourth line also because uh it can be viewed as like, who do you think you are? If I hang out with doctors, I'll be talking doctory.
Yes.
If I hang out with uh oh, what was that group of people? Who, on the Harley
Well, but
Davidsons.
so that's related to the fourth line, and you can have that
Yeah.
on any individual gate.
Hmm.
But that makes sense that that would be. in the fourth line because that's the communal aspect of it.
Exactly.
It stops being an individual exploration and the growth happens in dialogue or in is a dynamic engagement. That's still not directing like the five that has to come from an
Right.
authority place. It's just brotherhood, sisterhood.
Yeah, what you can touch.
So
Yep.
so that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Uh, certain things can only happen through certain pathways. And
Mm-hmm.
conscious when we let go and we surrender to this process of strategy and authority,
Yeah.
consciousness will move us where our auras are needed, where those things that are active, our activations are required.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me, that's what the whole cosmology thing, and it's we're reorganizing and
Mm-hmm.
we're going through the growth spurts and the growing pains that we need to go through. Uh, the destination is like 2 billion years away, so chill out.
I like that. I like that.
Just be correct for yourself, and everything will be fine.
That's the only way it can be fine.
Mm. Yep. All right. Well, we talked a whole hour again.
We did.
Uh, thank goodness. Wait a minute. I checked the meeting and it said that the notes summary was running. Is
It
on. Oh,
did.
yeah. Goody. Good. That's one of the reasons the editing's not done
Yes, because it
on
wasn't
the
on the
other
last
one.
one.
I accidentally turned it off, I guess.
Okay.
But I did check and it's on all future sessions. So I'll do the
Great.
editing.
Okay.
I'll try to go through the other one.
Okay. If not,
I don't know if I will, but I'm not going to promise. I will do
don't.
this one though. This one will be
Okay.
easy.
Sounds good.
And thank you. I hope you
Yeah.
have a great week.
Thank you.
And if this time slot works, maybe it would be good to do this. Does it work for you?
Um, sometimes I usually I'm not always done by 9.
Okay,
Sometimes
we'll
15
just leave
minutes
it where it
later.
is.
Okay.
Okay, we'll leave it where it is. Awesome. All right, cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Thanks.
Aloha.
Aloha.